In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a God's Eye weaving. They are a weaving that was first done in Mexico by the Huichol indigenous people. So we're going to start with 2 popsicle sticks. You could also use 2 sticks. And if you want to make sure they're tied together, you can take them, cross one over the other, and you have this little loop, and we can pull it through. That'll just make sure that it doesn't come off. And then if you have scissors, we could trim off a little extra. But how we're going to start is by making an X. So we're going to go around and across. And what we're doing here is we're trying to fill up the middle. And it kind of makes an X there. Sometimes that does mean that you have to go around a popsicle stick. So I'm kind of going around them, but I'm trying to fill the middle up, and it kind of makes an X shape. Once you've made your X in the middle and you've kind of filled that up, now we're going to go to making this square weaving. And the way that works is you're going to go under a popsicle stick and across to the next one so we can go under it. So across and under, across and under. And at some point you're going to run out of string like I have done. So before I get too much farther, let me show you how we can tie 2 strings together. And how we're going to do that is we're going to make a loop. So there's my little loop. And I'm going to take a second string and it's going to go under that loop. And it's going to come out of the hole, around, under and around those 2 pieces, and then it's going to go back in that hole, and then I'm going to hold both pieces, pull tight, and it links them together, and then I'm going to trim off the extra. Alright, so now let's look at continuing. So I went across, under, across to the next one, under this one, across and under. So you're wrapping around those popsicle sticks. So cross, under, across, under, across. So see, it looks like a diagonal. Across, under. So when we're doing this, see, we're making a diagonal over to that next one. And then we go under it. And then we go diagonal across, under. Diagonal, under, diagonal, under. And what you want to do each time is you want to try to go next to the last one you did, and that's going to make it grow and get bigger and fill up our popsicle stick. These are used in Mexico kind of like a physical prayer. With the Huichol people, so it would be sort of like a prayer, or a sort of like a you're wishing well for the person that you are giving it to. All right, so again, tying it, make my loop, up through the loop, around those 2 pieces, back down in my hole, in my loop, pull tight, trim off extra. But the more you add on to it, the more it grows. And just like anything else, it takes practice. But if you don't have string or you run out of string, you could also cut up plastic bags into strips. You could get some long grass. You could use rope. Really anything that is in long pieces. You could even do like long pieces of paper if you have those. And we will just keep growing and growing this until we run out of string or until we get to the end. And let me talk to you about how we'll finish it. So once we get to the point where we were finished, where we were happy with it, like this one where it's full, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it on to one of these last pieces. So I'm going to go around here, but I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold that piece. I went around it and I'm holding it so I can make that little loop to send it through. And I'm going to do that twice just for good measure. So I'm going to go around again, but I'm going to leave that loose so that I can go through it. And that will make sure that that stays put. And then I can trim off my extra. And then it's ready for me to give to somebody.